we got Audacity rolling. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Longshot Sportscast, Longview, Washington's #1 sports-related podcast, 30 weeks running. Of course, it's me, Mike Holm. With me, as always, Brady Rucola.
Good afternoon.
And Skylar Lovingfoss.
How's it going?
And it actually still works. Your name actually is like right up on you.
Works out.
If you're watching the video version of the show, we got a new seating arrangement going on.
Got in trouble.
One of our mics sounds like the ocean, and I don't know why. So
Well, feedback.
big fun, very nice. We're gonna roll right into this. We got a preview of Week 5. We're going to talk breakers, upsets, and bums, as we've been doing. We're also going to talk about the Lakers' impending NBA Finals win. We're going to talk about the Titans ruining it for everybody with their COVID BS. And if we have time, Brady's going to smack down Skip Bayless in a segment we like to call
Bedtime, old man.
Damn right. All right, gentlemen, how are we doing today?
Doing great, man. Been up early. Got the grass cut finally in the back alley.
I did not.
Had to weed whack that shit down because I put it off for too long and then went over it with the mower. It took about an hour, but feels good to get it all done. Now I got all my grass cut right before the rain comes. Probably the last nice day we will have for a while.
Yeah, I got to get that done today.
Yeah.
Because the rain is going to be a not so good.
Yeah. You don't want to do that.
Let me just... Yeah, not so good. We're not getting sun again until Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I need to get it done
And even
today.
that could change. You never know with
Yeah.
the PNW weather over here.
Well, we're not even getting sun today. It's
It
mostly good.
we had it when I was out there doing it, so
That's
it was like
fair.
it was a sign. I was like, okay, I need to get my ass out
I know.
out here and do it.
I got to mow the lawn, the front, the back. I got to clear gutters. I got to hopefully clean my car out. Yeah. Lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff.
Fall
this week.
cleaning there for you.
So, before we get into weekly predictions and all that jazz, why don't we run down some quick news, little tidbits before we get to our main stories. Obviously, yesterday we heard Dwayne Haskins, Washington football team quarterback Dwayne Haskins. Not only has he been bumped from the starting job, he's been bumped to third string. Kyle Allen named the starter for Sunday's game, with Alex Smith being named the backup. As for Haskins getting demoted in such a way, from the Washington Post, Haskins' work habits deteriorated after being named the starter, became sloppy during pregame warmups. Alex Smith reportedly getting the team facility earlier and preparing better than Haskins every week. So some things change and some things stay the same, it seems, for Haskins. This is pretty unfortunate. I've been quite the Dwayne Haskins truther the last
Did you read
year
that
or
right?
so.
It was saying that just Haskins doesn't really prepare as much as the other guys.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think the maturity level is still really not there as far as taking it 100% serious.
Which is
thinking I'm that guy because in college I did this and that well.
Right, which is unfortunate because, like, his tape isn't spectacular, but it's notably better than last year.
Yes, I will say that. I will say that he looks a lot better than last year. I mean, last year, how many games has the guy even played so far, right? Like, he's still got a lot to learn.
Yeah.
As far as like the mentality of it all and just everything. So maybe they're just taking extra precautions, and they're probably not going to win that many games this year anyway.
I mean, I still have hope for the guy. But I have a feeling it's going to be like another Jameis Winston situation where he'll get a shot after he has to be humbled and be a backup.
Could be something like that.
Let's see Alex Smith.
Yeah, I'd love it. I mean, honestly, it'll be between if Alex Smith sees the field this season, he might just snake that comeback player of the year award right out from under Cam's nose.
He could.
Another interesting.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
After
no,
that
no,
leg
no.
injury,
I mean-
I'd give it to him.
Yeah, it's inspiring.
And that's me coming from a guy who was never really a big Alex Smith fan anyway. I thought the guy was kind of overrated. I mean, not that he was like super overrated or anything. I just didn't think he was that good. I didn't really
Right.
care for him. Cam Newton, he's out He's got a lot to measure up to if he wants to run in that with Cam
That's
Newton
true.
for comeback player. But
I mean, him just getting on the field would seem almost like
I think that'd be cool.
like a miracle.
Yeah, I
you
think
know?
I like the story, so I think that would be pretty cool. Whether I like him as a quarterback or not, but
Right.
yeah, I mean, it could very well be his job, and maybe they shop Haskins. They're probably gonna get like a high draft pick depending on how the rest of the season goes.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what their plan is.
So, it says here, my understanding is that the Patriots are making the call to shut down their facility these last couple days. Not a league mandated shutdown. Health and safety of the team is always priority number one. Bill Belichick told us Thursday. I think the Titans could learn from that a little bit.
And I think Belichick's smart in doing that because he's saying if we can nip this in the butt now, then we don't have to worry about this. Like we're covering our P's and Q's.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the Patriots, they're coming off of two pretty big COVID diagnoses. Their best player on offense and their best player on defense, and Cam Newton and Stephon Gilmore, both have been diagnosed with COVID-19. The problem is, obviously they played a game against the Chiefs. Pat Mahomes, he's got a pregnant wife, all this other shit, so he's been quarantining himself from her just in case.
Is that what was up with Brady last night?
What?
Why Brady just went straight up field after the game and didn't go shake hands with Foles?
I mean,
Or
he
was
does that.
Or was that a dick move?
He
think
he
he's-
does that kind of stuff all the
I
time.
think he's mad because he hasn't beaten Foles.
I th-
And
It could
guess
very
what?
well be that, but I hear this is just a Brady thing. He always does this. Like
He was really hot during that game. We watched him screaming at his O-lineman.
I feel like it was just out of frustration,
Which-
like how the whole game went.
I want to give credit where it's due here.
I don't think he like was doing it out of spite to the other team. It was more or less so infuriated with what happened throughout that whole game, he just had to go. I think that's what it was, but hey, he could just be a big asshole. I don't know.
I want to give credit where it's due here after he went on that tirade and started yelling at his center. Jessica Smetana from Sports Illustrated, that's right, yeah, Sports Illustrated, said, "Hey, Tom Brady, you kiss your son with that mouth?" that is my tweet of the week.
What do I get?
I think what do I get? Actually,
Gotta play that one.
yeah, dude. I almost need to get that like cut and make it a soundboard.
For sure. No, when I saw that, dude, I was dying.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was hot.
Oh, it's like they've scrubbed it from the internet.
No way.
No way.
It wasn't like a special on. It was on like
Well, and then
ESPN or something.
you know how he was confused, holding the fourth down up like.
yeah.
You know, Jack, everything comes at a cost, bud.
I was like a peck.
Everything comes at a cost, but
Fantasy quarterback, Jack. Not
Cam
his
Newton.
dad.
Cam Newton.
Leahy. Bro, they're like making out.
jeez Louise.
Everything
Anyway,
comes at a cost.
everything comes at a cost, but
Shit.
it's like ooh,
They asked him who's the best quarterback, and he said Cam Newton.
Cam Newton. That's actually the guy who took his job.
replaced
I mean,
him.
yeah.
That's pretty funny.
That's actually really funny. Yeah, I wanted to give credit to that because that was pretty great.
But yeah, I mean,
No, he got really hot after the game, but you know what's really funny about that and kind of an interesting stat is that is the first time the Chicago Bears have beaten Tom Brady.
different Tom Brady, but yeah,
Still,
still that's that's crazy.
the fact that there's teams out there that still haven't beaten the man yet,
20
Dude, that's
years,
actually
21
crazy.
years now.
it makes me glad that my team has.
That's
We've
actually-
got like one victory over the Pats in 05, I
You guys,
think. But
yeah,
yeah,
you guys almost did it again this year, beating Tom Brady.
I don't want to get into that, but fucking that game. I spoke about it enough on Tuesday. That game just shook me to my core. I was
Yeah.
so upset. Like, it makes me sad that Anthony Lynn is not on the hot seat because of how good Justin Herbert's doing.
I'm honestly surprised he's not.
Like, he honestly should, like, he would need to blow a lot more leads to be
Yeah.
put on the hot seat because, man, I feel like if Eric Bieniemy, I feel like Eric Bieniemy is going to go be the new coach of the Texans. Because given the jobs, given the landscape, think about the 4 jobs that are going to be open at the end of the season. Texans, Falcons, Lions, Jets. Nobody's touching the Jets job with a 50-foot pole. Unless it's a coach that grew up a diehard Jets fan and is like, I belong here. I can fix it.
Or somebody who
That's
just
not
wants to
gonna-
be an NFL head coach.
It's not gonna happen. It's the job that somebody's gonna do, but nobody's gonna be go like,
I don't think anybody's
know,
gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna win this year.
you have the Lions job, which not very appealing there either. For one, if you go in, you would have to get rid of Matt Stafford and just start fresh, so that expectations are so low.
Yeah.
And just do a full reboot of that team, because
I don't know what Stafford's even doing.
Stafford's not getting any younger, right? Then you have the Falcons, and you got Matt Ryan's about the same age as Matt Stafford, but he's a lot more talented.
Matty Ice. I like Matty Ice.
And they've got great receivers. They've
He
just
does not
needed
throw
defense.
the ball well.
Yes, he does.
They just don't have a great defense.
That's the thing, the defense.
But
They've
you've-
gotten all these leads, dude. They blow the
but
leads.
you've got half the ball already set. Then you have the Texans. Nice pass rush. Could use a shot of youth. You've got, on offense, you need a good playmaking wide receiver, but you've got Deshaun Watson, who's an awesome, probably, in terms of all the players on these 4 teams I've named, he's probably the best pure athlete and the guy that gives a team the best chance of winning of those 4 teams.
Yeah, I would agree.
I have just a feeling that Eric Bieniemy will take that Texans job. But man, if he would want a job that's more familiar to him, if the Chargers job is available and you're Eric Bieniemy and you're used to working with a quarterback who throws 70+ yards, whenever he wants, would you not want that Chargers job with Justin Herbert there going, oh, little familiar, because if you went back and you watched those Chargers Buccaneers highlights, those 2 of those touchdown passes, the first one to I'm going to get his name wrong.
Was it undrafted?
Virgil Johnson. I'm going to get that name wrong. I guarantee you. The first one to, please tell me I got it right. Please tell me I got it
That's
right.
a tight end.
Please tell me you got it. Tyron Johnson. The practice squad guy that got signed. That first bomb, that 53-yard bomb where it just fell right into his hands.
Yeah.
And then the one to Guyton where he, with a blitz coming, just tiptoed and then threw a 72-yard bomb. Those were those or were those not Mahomes-esque?
Oh yeah, right in the 5-gallon bucket.
Just right there, just boom. I'm watching that, looking at the arm talent, looking at the air yards.
That's some Russell Wilson type.
And I'm sitting there going,
Type throwing.
holy shit, that's
He got a gun.
amazing. He's 22 years old. If that Chargers job became available and I'm Eric Bieniemy and I'm not trying to be a homer for my team, just for the sake of having a quarterback that is more familiar to the guy that has won me a championship already, I would take that job.
Right, and he's also, he's still young. Right? He's still got to learn a lot. He's still making mistakes, but he's a perfect guy that you can mold and make into a better quarterback to actually lead the team and make the plays that count.
And you got to be aggressive. You got to bring your own bag of tricks. You got to make adjustments. But you have an all-pro defense on the other side of the ball with Gus Bradley taking care of business. Granted, he needs to make some adjustments to his play calling. He needs to not be doing that cover 3 shit if you're already getting picked apart by Brady.
The prevent defense.
Prevent and the cover 3 when you're in the lead. That I hate that shit because I know we're gonna lose if he keeps doing that.
The fucking Seahawks have done it.
But in terms of building a defense, him coming in, we had Bosa when he came in, I think, but all these other pieces, that secondary, that's a Gus Bradley touch right there. And the thing is, that defense, not to overuse the term, you can let that defense cook, come in, just work on that offense and write up some dynamic plays. Eckler could come back. That's a weapon that would be enviable.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
really the last thing there is you guys need to get a new strength and conditioning coach because
Maybe
injuries hurt your team more than I've seen any other
I want to
team.
know who's
Maybe-
responsible.
Maybe a new team doc, one that's not been.
Yeah, one that didn't get his from a his license from a Cracker Jack box.
You know what's funny is the doctor before, David Chow, he was like CD2, and like we got rid of him because we had a shitload of injuries happen.
Boy, I wish they had. You guys probably wish you had that guy.
No, that guy sucks.
Does he suck as bad as puncturing a Tyrod
he's-
Taylor's lung with a
He's
needle?
pretty seedy himself, but
Yeah,
he'll
but-
correctly diagnose injuries during games. Like he'll be on Twitter, be like, "Yeah, that's a torn, blah blah blah," and he's right almost all the time. But it's like, yeah, but you suck, man.
I don't know. I don't
I'm
think
glad
he's
you can
ever,
be an armchair physician. You know, that's great. John Lott, man, that guy sucks. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah,
Thank
no.
John Lott for the Chargers injury luck. That's 2 years ago that this was written, by the way.
Or did that doctor do you guys a favor by taking Tyrod out, and now Herbert is now your starting quarterback?
I was telling
Was
Mike.
that all part of the plan?
I was telling Mike he probably had a bet that Herbert started week 3 or something, and it wasn't going to happen.
Or was the Chargers, were they saying, hey,
Okay.
make sure he doesn't play?
Here's an update from the Chargers. Austin Eckler has been placed on injured reserve. However, not a torn hamstring as I thought. He's going to be out, best case scenario, 4 to 6 weeks. Also, Tyron Johnson, who caught that beautiful 53-yard touchdown, has been promoted to the active roster. So
Nice.
we will be seeing more of him, which is cool. I want to, honestly, he looked way faster than your average tight end. You go back and you watch that touchdown, you're like, holy fuck, that guy can run. It makes me wonder, how is he with routes? Because we have a certain Mike Williams gone. I wouldn't mind having a dual threat,
Well, that's what's cool about bringing these guys up from the practice squads, and I kind of like these undrafted guys, and you don't really know what to expect, dude. Sometimes they're better.
Hey, you want to watch me drink some more Kool-Aid? Rookie Justin Herbert has completed 72% of his passes this season, the best completion percentage by any quarterback in NFL history through their first 3 career starts. Minimum 100 passing attempts.
That's awesome.
That is pretty cool.
No, I mean, he looks good,
I
dude.
got to tell you, I love this kid, man.
Good.
I'm so excited for the future, and I just am glad Anthony Lynn finally had to buckle and name him the starter for the rest of the season. What more can you say than that? Anyway, I'm not gonna fucking hammer you guys with Charger shit all goddamn day. Let us get to. I don't know. Do you want to talk about the Lakers' impending win, or do you want to talk about how the Titans are fucking stuff up for everybody?
Well, we should probably get this Lakers stuff out of the way.
So the Lakers and the Heat, they are playing Game 5 of the NBA Finals. That is tonight at, I believe, 6 p.m.
Lakers obviously leading 3-1.
3-1.
Miami let that one escape from them the other night when I thought they could have tied it up. But here we are.
Goran Dragic might be playing in Game 5. I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, I mean,
but
maybe that's what they need. Maybe this could be a cool little stat line. LeBron James, the only player to be on a team to come back from a 3-1 deficit in the finals, and
then
also
lose to one.
God, let's
one
hope.
to lose to it. Could this be like the craziest stat?
So
we'll see.
Interesting to note about this Lakers Finals. If they win, they will tie the Celtics for most all-time championships for a
Yeah.
franchise.
It's big time.
And it's
Also, Kobe doing it for Kobe.
And it's highly likely that despite AD being in a contract year, because he is in a contract year, right?
yeah, he's staying.
Despite that, they win. There's a great chance he stays.
I think
I
win or
don't
lose, he stays.
I don't see him going anywhere else.
I don't see him going anywhere.
Now,
Why?
with that being said, you keep those two, and maybe Dwight Howard leaves, and maybe
There's gonna be some of these vets going.
you're gonna
yeah.
lose Dwight. You're gonna lose a couple others. Bring in I don't know how much they have in the way of I don't think they have really much in the way of draft picks. I think they sent some to
They
the
probably have close
Pelicans,
to nothing.
but they'll have enough money to sign whatever role players they need to kind of keep it.
And they could
to
keep doing
it
this
going
year
along.
after year
They
if
have
they
a
want
good
to.
shot as any to repeat.
Bro, they probably will.
I think next year, if we're looking at way too early predictions for the finals, I think it's Lakers Nets.
Yeah, I would say Lakers Nets barring
Boy,
no injuries.
Boy, you don't
What?
think your machine could take him out?
I think my machine makes it to the Western Conference Finals. but I don't think
No,
I don't
Warriors do not take out.
I don't think we beat
Lakers.
LeBron and AD.
You guys would need one more guy like KD.
We would need, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it depends on what we do. If we sign Giannis, or
It's
if we
not gonna happen.
if we listen to me, man. Nobody thought Durant was going to be a Warrior, though. This is
Well,
why this is why we have to evaluate these possibilities. If we trade for Giannis, then they have a shot. Right now, I think we're shoo-ins for the Western Conference Finals, but I think LeBron beats us.
Dude, if you guys trade for Giannis, it's not even close. What do you mean you guys think you got a shot? If you guys get Giannis, it ain't even close.
I can't count fucking LeBron and AD out, and I've been a big AD fan for a long time. So I
like you
I
just
can't count
said,
those guys
like
out.
you just said, it's gonna be LeBron and AD, and like a lot of these guys are gonna be gone.
Yeah,
So
yeah, but we're gonna have to give up a lot of our depth to get Giannis if it happens. We would get rid of Draymond
for sure,
Wiggins. We would probably have to drop either.
Wiggins ain't worth a turd anyway.
We would probably have to drop either the number 2 pick from this year, or the Timberwolves pick from next year to get, and then Eric Pascal, and maybe even Alan Smeljic.
I'm just saying the best backcourt in the NBA plus the reigning MVP back-to-back year. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
you can't.
no.
You can't. If you guys can't win that, I mean, what the hell?
Listen, I've had a drought this year. You got to understand, it's such a weird feeling.
Get used to it.
No, but like I said, my final four. You're such a dick. My final four is way too early. Lakers, Golden State, Brooklyn, and I like Miami, but I would say Boston with another year of development. Boston.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, I think Boston is the better team as far as talent goes.
In terms of potential, for sure, absolutely.
But like Miami, they have the chemistry there, and I don't know where it came from. And it's like a bunch of underdogs that just kind of they play the game in such a raw form. It's like everybody, like we were talking about last week, everybody has like their key roles and assignments.
And it's some of these guys that have been around for a long time and never gotten as high as they've gotten now. Like
never got a little taste of it.
How long has Jimmy Butler been around?
A while, dude.
Never gotten
It's
this
actually
far.
crazy to me
Goran
to
Dragic.
see this team, the team that we're looking at, Miami,
Yeah.
in the finals.
Yeah.
Playing the Lakers. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, these guys are like, can they even believe they're here right now?
Yeah, Jay Crowder and these guys. I mean, like I said, Goran Dragic for one. Like,
And the only thing that hinders it for me is it's
he's
the
been
bubble.
around forever.
The bubble with no fans. That's the only thing that hinders this whole thing
Yeah.
with me. And I think most people, like, we all heard about what Scottie Pippen said, right?
What was that?
Scottie Pippen was saying, like, he doesn't even think of this as, like, playoffs basketball. He doesn't even think of this as, like, the real finals. It's, like, no fans. It's like, he says it's more like a pickup game.
Well,
he ain't buying into it. He don't.
Shaq said from day one when they started talking about this that
Yeah.
whoever wins this gets an asterisk next to
We
it.
talked
It's-
about it,
yeah.
and we were
Yeah.
like, that's why we were like, yeah, I mean, the Blazers, if they're going to do it any year, it's going to be this year.
Oh
'cause
yeah,
it
I'll
would
take a
be an
championship
asterisk.
with an asterisk.
Like, so, but it is. I mean, not to say it's not hard to get there and it takes a lot. It's just, it doesn't feel the same. And I know the players think the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, they have to.
Okay.
Because the crowd does make things change just like that. Puts pressure on. A lot of the players have even been interviewed saying, like,
Wow, I'm so sorry. I wanted to show you, replay this highlight from last night's game. This amazing hit by Kyle Fuller.
oh, God. Yeah, the refs were so confused on what to
as-
say that they...
As legal a clean hit as as lethal a clean hit I've ever seen.
It's pretty bad.
Plain to me.
When the ref has to...
And it came in
has
really
to pull a
late,
flag.
like
Watch
you
the
said,
slow-mo.
Joe. But let's take a close look at this. No,
That's
nothing
all
wrong with
shoulder.
that. And they're going to talk about it, which is the right thing to do. You'd hate to see that this drive continues when, I mean, this is textbook. This is what they.
That is a Mac
this would be on
truck.
the coaching.
Yeah.
It looked plain to me.
And
And it
so-
came in-
They tried to say that wasn't a fumble.
His soul left his body, at least for a couple seconds.
I want to see the and then of course
And then Khalil Mack handling Wirfs.
Khalil Mack.
Just throwing him with one fucking arm.
Yeah, welcome to the NFL, bro. Yeah,
That big boy.
Khalil Mack's an athletic freak.
After the longest run of the season against this Bears defense, Khalil Mack steps up and gets a sack. Yeah,
Like behind Aaron,
boy, get off.
honestly, behind Aaron Donald, and only Aaron Donald, I would say Max like
Brady is taken down.
the best defensive player of our generation.
Yeah.
It's like him and Aaron Donald, and depending on who you ask, it's like 1-1A.
Yeah.
There was a great catch from Jimmy Graham,
Yeah.
And it's interesting to note
That one-hander.
Jimmy Graham has 4 touchdowns this season so far in 4 games.
More than a lot of tight ends
He
right
had
now.
5 in 2 years in Green Bay.
Yeah, he...
Yeah,
Wow.
think about that.
Isn't that crazy, too, with Aaron Rodgers? Like, really?
Yeah, and it's interesting because look at how much like Robert Tonyan is eating.
I know, he had 3
last
in
2
the game.
games.
The
Yeah,
injuries, though,
yeah, that's true. But I
Yeah,
mean,
a little bit, yeah. And I don't know how deep they were with tight ends either.
yeah.
But
So let me see. Let's talk.
I know I
So,
didn't like him when he was in Seattle, but
Titans tested negative for COVID-19 per sources. Now, what's interesting about that, and good for them, but at one point in time, you had 23 people on this Titan staff that had COVID. They broke protocol. They had a practice when they shouldn't have had a practice and all this other stuff. Because of them, multiple games now in multiple weeks have been delayed, and that's giving teams less time to prepare. Period. The Steelers game got delayed to week 8 now, and that only was lucky because they both share a bye week. Then you have this game with the Bills, which gets pushed back to Tuesday. The Bills were supposed to play on Thursday. Now they get that pushed to Sunday, but they get less time to prepare for the Chiefs too.
so is somebody going to fill in for that Thursday?
No,
Oh, well,
no.
if we get to a Monday and a Tuesday game, that'd be cool.
I mean, yeah, but the point is like it shouldn't be this way,
It's all part of their
And
plan.
it's
It's all
the
part of
s-
their plan.
and it's the same team that's
I know,
doing it.
I know. It's not right. And they're going to get punished in probably the most severe way any team's ever been punished for anything.
Frankly speaking, they should get punished, but
they will.
They should have already been punished. There should be.
I think they're freaking probably talking it up as we speak
the
right
Titans
now.
should be.
Oh, yeah.
As we speak, the
They're-
Titans should be 3-2 right now. That's the way I see
Yeah,
it.
they're not gonna. I know they're not gonna like make them forfeit games, but it's gonna probably cost them some like I would say as far as draft picks,
Yeah.
or like an obviously hefty fine probably.
I almost like to think that because it's uncharted territory, I don't know that they'll get punished right off, but
Oh, I think they will.
I think they might view it as like a 3 strikes you're out
It's
kind of
not
thing.
even like uncharted. It is uncharted territory, but everybody knows how
Yeah.
serious we should be taking it. And for them to outright just be like, "Yeah, screw that. We're gonna do this anyway," knowing that it's wrong. No, they know what they're doing. I mean, they're grown.
I gotta change that. Yeah, Bills
So
Titans.
I think they'll get in. I think they'll get some big trouble here. I think we'll hear about it by Monday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
or
Tuesday at
At-
6.
by the end of that game.
But it doesn't sound like they got any penalty yet. So
I would say next week, probably early next week, we'll figure out what it is.
okay. So moving on, we got Breakers, and we've got Bus. Do I have something good for Breakers as far as sound effects goes? Let's try something like Breakers. Let me make sure I got sound. And Bus.
Alright,
I'm getting the hang of it week by week, fellas.
we just gonna dive into this, or
Yeah, I'd like to start this week for Breakers.
Go ahead.
eyes on your own paper.
That's right. That's right. Hey, it's like my teacher, Mr. Sharples, said. You can look up for inspiration. You can look down for concentration, but you can't look side to side for information.
God, I never heard that.
He
one.
always said that when we were taking a test. So shout out to Mr. Sharples. You rock, man.
We're all going to have to start writing these down.
So, my breaker this week. I'm looking at this intriguing crop of rookie receivers, right? And we've already seen CeeDee Lamb has become a dependable target in Dallas. We've already seen Guys like Justin Jefferson emerging and filling in Stephon Diggs' spot very nicely in Minnesota.
Judy's
Jerry
starting.
Jeudy with the Randy Moss touchdown that we saw on Thursday. Let's see, who else? T. Higgins catching multiple touchdowns in Cincy. And on and on and on. There's 2 notable first-round receivers that we've seen nothing from.
I think I know what you're going with.
Jalen Reagor, who's been hurt,
And Henry Ruggs.
and Henry, full participation in practice, will play against the Chiefs' Ruggs. And I have Henry Ruggs breaking out this week.
Bold.
And here's why. He hasn't played in 2 weeks,
No.
but they're playing the Chiefs. The Chiefs have a good defense, decent pass rush. Raiders, I do like their O-line a bit more than I did last year. But I can see it being a mind game for Gruden. I can see Gruden going, okay, you got the cheetah on your side of the offense. Okay, well, we've got the guy who's looking to be, all his stats, his 40 time, everything else points to him being cheetah version 2.0.
Okay.
And we're going to throw him out there, and we're going to show you what we can do. And yeah, Carr doesn't have the arm that Mahomes does, but Ruggs has the speed that Hill does. And I can see them trying to put him out there as much as they can and really show him off a bit. And maybe some reverse plays even and try to kind of fiddle around. But I would like to see, I think we see a little bit more of Henry Ruggs this week.
Yeah, I have him on my fantasy. I was thinking about plugging him this week, but still not sure. But now I might. Okay, so for my breaker this week, I'm going to go with a running back. And the running back I'm going with is going to be Justin Jackson. I think I was talking to you about this week.
Okay, all right.
Talking to you, and Mike's going to like this, Charger.
Yeah,
I know Kelly has kind of been that guy behind Eckler, but only because Jackson...
Kelly was gonna be mine.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's fine.
Honestly, they're in a 50-50 carry share. So.
But the only reason I think Kelly is in there is because Justin Jackson got hurt beginning of the season, and Kelly, he's coughing up fumble.
He's coughing up fumbles. He brings a power dynamic to the game.
He does.
But I will say the fumble, it was half his fault, but it was also a bad handoff
That's
as well.
true.
So
I think it's going to be a battle, though, and I think they're both going to share carries.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're going to have to. And I think Justin Jackson is going to be fighting for his job. And I really do. I think he wants to be Eckler's backup when Eckler returns. He wants to be the guy to go to. And I think Justin Jackson's going to come out. He's going to ball. He's going to get a couple touchdowns and run for over 100.
Wow. Heck yeah. And you know, I've been waiting for a breakout game for him for a while because I know it's in him. I do, and I have his signed rookie card too.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, man. He's a good guy. And I agree with you. I actually picked him up on one of my fantasy teams, and
I did too.
Against a Saints defense that isn't terrible against the run, but they aren't like super great against the run either.
No, we've already seen it this year.
I expect them to already count him out, and maybe he catches him for a loop and goes. So
Yeah.
I like that pick. Skyler, your breaker this week.
I got Joshua Kelly.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, no,
Hell yeah, Chargers running back getting some love here.
I don't know. Maybe we see just a Chargers running back breakout. Both of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with that too. I feel like it's going to happen. I mean, it better happen. It needs to happen.
Yeah.
In a week where they now have to game plan for Justin Herbert from here on out, we've seen them dazzle or seen him dazzle the last 3 weeks. Maybe they throw him for a loop and go for the run game. I like it. My bust this week is Mr. T.Y. Hilton.
Okay.
T.Y. Hilton hasn't had a very good season this year. I think he's only got about 166 yards and 0 touchdowns. On an offense that is not scoring very many touchdowns through the air, Phillip Rivers is playing very conservative football because you know what happens when he throws X amount of times. As a Chargers fan, I've seen it. When the pressure is on and he has to throw the ball to get them in, back in gear, he throws picks. T.Y. Hilton, he's not even the explosive guy that he was a few years ago. He's been battling injuries on and off. He had an injury back in August that got him put on the PUP list for a little bit, if I recall, or whatever that was. And he came back on the 20th of August. He just hasn't really been there. And this is why the last 2 seasons, they've drafted a young receiver in the second round or second or third round consecutively. I believe Paris Campbell, he was either a he was like a 2nd or 3rd round pick last year, maybe 4th round pick last year. This year they took Michael Pittman in the 2nd round. He's obviously battling a toe injury, and then they've got Mo Alley Cox, who's coming out, and he scored a couple touchdowns in the last couple weeks.
That was your breaker last week.
He was indeed, and he had the only offensive touchdown for the Colts. It was his touchdown and Rodrigo Blankenship with 4 field goals. You got Jonathan Taylor emerging on the offense in that running game, and you got to think next year when they get Marlon Mack back, that'll be a nice little tandem for them. There's just no real room for T.Y. Hilton on this offense anymore. He's aging, and he really hasn't brought it to this team in a minute.
I'd have to agree.
So that's my bust.
I like it. Okay, so on to mine. My bust, another running back, breaker running back, bust running back, and I think Josh Jacobs. I think that Kansas City, their defense has been pretty superb. Josh Jacobs hasn't quite broke 100 yards in any games yet. He's got very close. Buffalo gave him a hard time. I think Kansas City's going to bottle him up. I really do. I don't think he's going to score. I think they probably keep him. I mean, I'm going to go as far as saying they probably keep him under 60 yards.
And your bust supplants my breaker, because if they bottle up, and that's the approach they honestly probably should take, bottle up the running game and force Carr to throw,
and
knowing that he doesn't have the best arm strength, and maybe he can't capitalize on Ruggs' top speed. I think maybe he will, but they are planning on him not being able to do that.
I think it's totally going to be bottling him up. They're going to be looking at him as one of the best players on that team.
I will say though, if they get to the 1 yard line, Jacobs will eat.
If they get to the 1 yard line, it's going to be hard for him not to score. I would agree.
But that's a good pass rush, and maybe they don't get to the 1 yard line.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good bust pick. I like it, man.
Thanks.
Mine's Jared Cook.
Okay.
He's had a pretty bad season. I've got him on fantasy. I think he's been pulled off the injured list, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, I think so. I think he was, what was it? Yeah, like a little ankle thing going on.
Yeah, he's questionable.
But
he's for the Saints, right?
Yes.
Kind of a bold choice, but I like it in terms of production. However, I will say Chargers have given up touchdowns to tight ends 2 of the last 3 games.
So this could be a breaker for him. Or a bust.
Yeah.
It could be a boom or bust prospect here, but I like
50-50.
I like the idea of him being a bust. I like the idea of us adjusting on scheme, and
Good, I hope you're right.
I would really hope that we're right.
No, I liked all those picks.
Yeah, this was good. It's nice when I think of them before the segment.
Yeah, before you're put on the spot there.
Yeah, dude. Okay, that was Breakers and Bums. We move into our matchups for the week. Let me go ahead and pull up the NFL Week 5 matchups. Of course, we talk winners, losers, and over/under. So NFL Week 5, which, by the way, let me pull up the NFL games in our area. That's 506sports.com if you want to check out what's going on. This gives you a whole map of what's going to be available to watch. So, CBS early. This would be the 10 a.m. game on CBS. Looks like our area, Longview, Washington, and most of the country, really, gets to see Las Vegas take on Kansas City. Then CBS late, you've got the Giants and the Cowboys, and most everybody gets to see that unless you're in the Indiana, Ohio area. You get to catch the Indianapolis-Cleveland game. The Fox game, I believe that's got to be afternoon. And our area specifically, we get the Miami-San Francisco game.
That'll be a good one.
There's nothing Seattle fans like to watch more than the 49ers.
Yeah, I know. Well, surprisingly enough, there's a lot. Well, it's really not that surprising anymore. Here in Washington, I mean, there's a lot of Californians moving over here. I mean, there's a lot of Niner fans here.
Right.
I would even go as far as like maybe half the people that I know is like
not even moving here. You know.
No.
20 years ago, it was okay to be a 49ers and a Seahawks fan because they were in different divisions or different conferences.
Seahawks used to be in my division.
Yeah.
I mean, And before that, I mean, the Seahawks came in, what, 77?
Yeah,
Well,
there's
and-
a lot of
and
Niner fans around here.
It's you got to keep in mind also, the Niners were the team of the '80s.
Mm-hmm.
5 Super Bowl rings, and I mean Joe Montana, Jerry
Yeah.
Rice. It speaks for itself. Okay, moving on to the picks. Cincinnati Bengals travel to Baltimore to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are 13-point favorites in this game, and I really had
I think we all agree.
I had to think long and hard about it. I actually lost sleep choosing this one. I went with the Ravens though. I don't know about
Really?
you gentlemen.
Really? It surprises me. No, yeah, I think we all went Baltimore here, and
Yeah.
I think you're smoking rock if you didn't. So
Damn, quit smoking rock.
I mean, Joe Burrow got his first win, and everybody's crowning him in the Offensive Rookie of the Year race. I just want to say, Joe Burrow's playing way better than Justin Herbert is. It's like, okay, who's Joe Burrow? It's like, okay, first of all, even though Herbert wasn't playing, Joe Burrow lost to Herbert's team. Secondly, who has Joe Burrow played this year? Oh, you tied Philly and you beat Jacksonville.
yeah, I want to see him go
Ooh,
up against.
let me fucking
contender.
crown you guys. Yo, let me give you a gold star. I'm sorry, my guy just went toe for toe with Pat Mahomes and fucking Tom Brady 2 out of 3 weeks. What's Burrow done?
Yeah, let's see a better matchup before we start crowning.
Damn
dudes
right.
for
Hey,
Rookie
tell you
of the
what,
Year.
Joey B, you beat Baltimore. I'll see about conceding
that's
this
just
one.
good.
We'll see how that goes for you. Over 51.
I'll say the over because Lamar's gonna cook on him. It's not gonna be funny.
Lamar's questionable.
So what?
They probably don't even need to play him.
That
to be
Bengals
honest.
defense is so bad, and they can't stop the run either. I take the over as well.
That's what I should have. That'd be another breaker this week. Would be Mark Ingram. I think he's finally gonna have his big game.
Panthers take on the Falcons. Falcons are 1-point favorites at home, and I don't know that this is necessarily an upset alert, so I'm not going to play my sound effect for it. But I'm all in. I'm buying the Panthers.
I'm buying in too. I'm liking what
Carolina.
Bridgewater's doing. Who's that running back that got over there now?
Mike Davis.
He's doing fantastic.
He's doing good. They're playing as good as they can possibly play without Christian McCaffrey.
and he's supposed to return.
Teddy Bridgewater,
in a couple weeks.
He's throwing for 300 yards a game. He's finding his guys. Robbie Anderson, there's new life into this guy. Go figure. He goes from the Jets to having a quarterback that can sling the ball downfield. DJ Moore, they've got receivers. They've got good running backs. Their defense plays very passionate football. They're nice underdogs. And they're scrappy. And from watching them beat my team, and hands down, I couldn't come up with a reason outside of we had a fumble call that I thought was questionable, but aside from that, they had our ass. They had our number.
They
almost
just beat,
the entire
They just
game.
beat the Cardinals too.
They beat the Cardinals.
I mean,
they're a better
Detroit
team
did too, but
They're 2-2 now, I think, right? Or are they 3-1?
another.
They're 2-2
2-2.
because they lost to Oakland and they lost to New Orleans, or Vegas and New Orleans. Regardless, they're a better team than I think people are giving them credit for. That doesn't mean they're a playoff team.
No.
But they are, so far, they're looking like what I predicted. Everybody kind of had them pegged 3-13 team.
And you know,
I have them pegged as a 7-9 team.
it's so hard for me to pick the Falcons right now with the state of that defense and how all the leads that are being blown and just they're 0-4. Like, do the Falcons really go 0-5? I think so this week, and it could go the other way pretty easily. Julio Jones, he's actually might play this week.
Right.
He might. Whether that matters or not,
But
that doesn't matter. I'm
I
not
will
worried
say
about that.
Hamstring injuries are the death knell for a receiver's fantasy output in their season.
Just this year too, it's been crazy with all the hamstrings.
And it's not just receivers; it's running backs
Yeah.
too. Look back to DeMarco Murray. You remember him? Hamstring injury, gone. You know.
Dunzo. But yeah, I like Carolina. I think they're going to take it. I don't think it's going to be by a lot. But you know, I think they're going to come up on top.
Let me go ahead. So real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and promote the shit out of our shit. Live now. Load. There we go.
Oh, he did it. He did it.
Yeah, okay. So we've all got the Panthers in that game. We're all buying into the Panthers, and I'm buying that if the Falcons lose, Dan Quinn's job is done. Over under 53.5, and I take the over on that. I think I take the over on that because of the talent of Atlanta's offense combined with the porousness of their defense. I take the over.
I think I'm gonna go the under there.
Okay. And you know what? Nobody blames you. Nobody blames you. Okay. So moving on, we've got the Raiders going into Arrowhead Stadium. They take on the Chiefs. Chiefs are 11.5-point favorites in this game.
I don't see it being that high, but
I don't know that they should be favored that much.
no,
I
don't agree with that.
I still take them.
But people are gonna underdog the Raiders all day. I don't think the Raiders are that bad of a team. But no, I'm going with Kansas City.
Yeah.
By the way, but
Yeah, because you're smart.
yeah, I ain't stupid.
I ain't stupid.
So I think Kansas City they're gonna run it up.
This is the best offense in football right now.
Yep.
Hands down. There's
Damn near flawless.
There's not a single flaw on this team. In terms of the offensive side of the ball, their defense is better than I thought it would be, and their pass rush is just they're just suffocating.
Dude, I'm almost convinced their defense is the best in the league. I was thinking it was Baltimore, but
Honestly, this year I like their defense. I really like Indianapolis's defense.
okay, there you go. I like that defense.
Their
Yeah.
defense is great, and not their pass defense so much, but Tampa's run defense is great.
It's pretty stout.
Yeah. But no, their pass rush is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Jones and Frank Clark are just demons out there.
Mm-hmm.
Over under on this one. I mean, I almost think we unanimously have to slam the over.
Yeah.
But 55.5. I take the over.
Give me the over.
Moving on, we have the Los Angeles Rams. They travel to the Philadelphia Eagles travel to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. Steelers are 7-point favorites in this one.
Steelers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go Steelers. Actually, part of me, wanted to pick the Eagles. Call me crazy.
You're crazy.
I don't know. I think I kind of liked how Carson Wentz was playing this last week through most of the game. And saw a little bit of life in that offense there for a little bit, but that defense is still atrocious.
I will say, and the Steelers defense plays very good. They got a surprisingly kind of an underrated pass defense with guys like Minkah Fitzpatrick and Joe Hayden, but also that their run defense is top 3. I think it's literally
another point.
Steelers, Colts, Bucks.
Yeah, Steelers, the defense, like always,
they're right back to being great. They had a couple years where their defense was shit. This is not it, or as my brother would say, vitamin shit. It was funny. I was talking to Uriah at work, and he goes, we were like, hey, because we're planning on hanging out. I guess Alex is having Uriah over to hang out tonight. And he's like, hey, are you cool with Skylar? He's like, what's Skylar? I said, Mike's brother. He's like, Mike's brother. He's like, yeah, he's fine. He goes, he has all these weird catchphrases and stuff. The only one I find myself saying, because it's actually good, is vitamin shit.
Yeah.
He goes, every time I see that kid, I always say vitamin shit.
Yeah. Good old Sky.
So good. And the over-under on that one, let's see. 44.
I'm going to take the under.
Yeah, I'll take the under.
I just don't.
I swear, it's like when the Steelers, they don't like put up like super high points ever. It's more of a defensive game, like almost every time. And if they can get one over on the offense, that's cool. But they usually win by the defense.
Los Angeles Rams travel to FedEx Field. They're taking on Kyle Allen's Washington football team. I almost said Redskins. You felt it.
Yeah.
The Rams are 7.5-point favorites. I think they should honestly be favored by more.
I would say I would put it closer to like 10 or 11. But
The Rams.
The Rams. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to go
Yeah,
there.
it's got to go.
As
LA.
much as the football team are sentimental favorites of mine, I can't, and I won't get fooled again.
Yeah.
Can't do it. The Rams, honestly, though, they really should have shove the the Giants into the into a locker.
Yeah, I don't know what's going
and
on
it
there.
Didn't happen.
They couldn't get nothing going on offense.
That game sucked on fire. Like the most entertaining part of that game was Jalen Ramsey getting into a scrap with Golden Tate.
And then Ramsey waits outside the locker room after the game to fist fight him.
Oh, was that real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
hilarious,
that's real.
man. 40
over Golden Tate's sister that Jalen Ramsey did dirty.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
And Ramsey's the one who started the fight too, which is even funnier.
Who does he think he is, Paul George?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. So 46.5 over under. I take the under. I mean, my goodness,
Under.
they
for
put
sure.
17 points up against the Giants. I think the football team's defense is way better
What
than
is
the
the
Giants'
Rams'
defense.
record right now?
They're 3-1.
I don't understand it because I don't think they're that great. But they're 3-1, so
I mean, they have the talent. They have the best defensive player, maybe even the best player in football right now, in Aaron Donald. So
right. It's just
I don't know.
one of the most lackluster teams I've seen that are doing
guys, let's
kind of scraping by.
Guys, let's talk about a more interesting game. The Cardinals take on the Jets, and they're only favored by 7.
At this point, the Jets might just fucking do it. They need to figure it out over there in Arizona because I remember at the beginning of the season, I was thinking, okay, watch out.
Did you really pick the Jets?
Watch out. No, I didn't pick the goddamn Jets. Get that off my face. No.
I knew you didn't. I just
Arizona's
waited.
gonna come back. They're gonna come back, and they're gonna. They better come back, or they're gonna be the laughing stock of the NFL.
Yeah.
Even worse than the Jets. I think if they lose to the Jets, they are the new Jets. No, I think they'll pull it out. I don't know why or how they lost to
Kyler
Detroit.
Murray is going to. First of all, the Jets, and honestly, if you want to know the state of the Jets and understand the frustration of a Jets fan, Rich Eisen he's a Jets fan, posted a thing on his show where he went on a tear about this Jets team, and he goes, yeah, these guys are just ridiculous. He goes, yeah, 5 personal fouls, 5 bullshit personal fouls, stupid calls, and yada yada. And his voice is hilarious, and the way he's just getting all fired up. And then he goes, and then 10 seconds left, Adam Gase calls a timeout to try to get the ball back when you're down by 2 scores, and the Broncos are like, no, fuck it, we're leaving.
Yeah.
We're leaving. Don't even shake hands with this psycho.
No, and that's exactly what happened. They didn't shake hands with him over those antics.
Literally, he called a timeout. Adam Gase called a timeout when they're down 2 scores, and with 10 seconds left, and Vic Fangio's like, enough, we're leaving.
Yeah.
Like
he's like one of those guys. He's like, no, I'm gonna win. No, that's just crazy to me. But
hey, I didn't lose this game. I just ran out of time.
Who's gonna be starting quarterback? Because Darnold's still nursing that shoulder.
Eli Manning of the AFC, Mr. Joe Flacco.
Yes, Flacco. That's who it is. It's your time to shine, baby.
Fly, Flacco,
Time to
fly.
turn this team around.
They need to call up Blake Bortles or something.
No, he's a Bronco now.
I know.
Yeah, remember
they need to get him on there.
Yeah, remember Flacco's last game as a Bronco, or his first game.
Wait, why isn't Bortles backing up Locke then, dude?
He needed time to learn the system, probably.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
They just wanted to give Rippon
Dude, they're a mess. No, Flacco's they're the same thing. Game in Denver. You remember that shit? You remember him getting?
Yeah.
You remember him getting injured?
Yeah,
it was fun.
I do.
Although
It
I
was
think
hilarious.
they're in Denver, at this point you think about throwing John out there.
Who?
Elway.
No.
Suit up, old man.
He's like, no, I still don't. I know. I'm only gonna play if I have a running back.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, shots.
Shots fired. Bang bang. Bang bang. Bang bang. You're dead. Do we need to look at the over under for the Jets game?
It's definitely the over, bro.
47.
Under. No. I'll go over. I'll go over.
I'll go over.
Only because
Kenyon Drake's redemption story.
Do not be surprised. Do not be surprised if Arizona just squeaks past this team. The way that they've been playing the last couple weeks, I'm just like disgusted.
I agree with that.
And Kenyon Drake, I'm telling you right now, buddy, you better run all over these Jets, man. You better do it, because I got you starting. This will be the last week that you'll be on my roster in fantasy if you not produce for me.
And
Otherwise, you're on a trading block.
And I'll probably trade for you because I don't have any running
I
backs.
got a couple running backs. I'm so
Telling you, this
heavy
is my
on
last
running
week
backs,
with him.
guys.
I lost Saquon Barkley and Austin Eckler, and they were 2 of my top 3 picks. I'm hurting.
We're not talking about
I'm
running
hurting.
back 3 or 4, Skyler. We're talking about running back 1 or 2.
James Conner.
I'm hurting
Not
really
number one?
bad.
That's a 1. That's a 1.
I need help. Anyway, Jaguars take on the Texans in Houston. Houston is 5.5-point favorites in this game. This is a tough choice, and I don't mean that like I'm
now,
not.
Now you guys believe in the Jags, huh? Now you guys believe in the Jags. When I said Minshew was my breaker of the week the other week, huh?
So yeah, I had to think about it, and I thought, man, where come on, where are they?
This is gonna be the game. This is gonna be the game where the Houston Texans finally get their first win, and then they go on a run with it.
You're wrong.
I'm totally right. I'm 100%
You're
right.
wrong. I picked Jaguars.
Is that your upset of the week?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta do it. I gotta do it to him.
Upset of the week, huh?
Where's that sound?
Why the fuck you lying? Oops. Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking lying.
Yeah, for real.
That's not the sound effect.
No, it is. I was right on the money, Mike.
That's the upset sound effect.
Yeah, no, why are you lying, Skyler? The Jaguars are not pulling this off on the Texans. I do not care what their record is right now. Look who they've played versus who they're playing this week. They are not going to lose to the Jaguars. Not going to happen.
And then it's like one of those Always Sunny in Philadelphia where it's like,
yeah,
the Texans lose to the Jaguars. And
come in like Charlie.
Yeah. Fucking A. So dumb.
Damn it, how'd they lose?
Charlie, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm living in a world of darkness. Over under 54. What are they joking?
Whoa. Why so high?
What are they counting the number of Jaguars fans in attendance?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take the under on an extreme level.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, I seen that Miami was cleared to pack the stadium.
No.
Pack this-
No.
What do you mean? What do you mean by packing the stadium?
$60K. Pack it.
What? Florida, wasn't that like the breeding ground of coronavirus there on spring break?
Yes.
What?
That's what they call a super. They actually call it something now when there's a big mass gathering that causes a whole bunch of.
People get sick.
Yeah, super something. Sturgis was one of them because Chris Jericho's band Fozzy played at Sturgis, and then like 300,000 people got ill or
Dude,
something.
Jesus. Okay. I mean,
it was gross. Anyway,
probably because they need some more revenue.
Miami Dolphins at Levi's Stadium. They're taking on the 49ers. They're 9-point favorites. And ladies and germs, I believe we have an upset alert on the horizon. You see the Dolphins will rise from their foundations and run the ball around the corner to safety. I got the Dolphins winning this game, boys. I think Fitzpatrick is going to turn it up.
I would call you crazy, but I don't think it's that crazy. I had to think a little bit on it, but
I got the Niners.
Jimmy G is potentially back this week.
I still don't care.
Debo got Ayuk turning up.
Yeah. That's really cool. That's cool, man.
I gotta go with the Niners, man.
Yeah, I know. You guys are lame, but
And even if Jimmy G ain't back, CJ Beathard, he's balling out, man.
listen, if the
Mullins,
if the
get outta
Dolphins
here,
win,
bro.
if the Dolphins win though, that'd be really neat. I don't know.
No, because it's not gonna happen.
The Dolphins are going to win. Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to rush for 2 touchdowns, and he's going to throw 4 in the air. which means obviously I'm going to smash this over on, what's the over under 50.5? I smash the over on that.
Under.
The Dolphins are going to destroy them. They will destroy the 49ers, and they're going to make them wish they never were born. Next game, sustained, overruled. The Giants take on the Cowboys in Dallas. And the Giants are a bunch of fucking nerds that will probably not win a game this year.
Hey. Terry thinks otherwise.
Okay, Terry is not going to win Pick'em this week.
You got to score, bud.
That's going to be this guy.
He's already 1-0.
No, he's 1-1 with Uriah.
Oh, yeah, 1-1.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah.
They both got a score.
I don't want to talk about that. So, by the way, Skyler actually won the Pick'em last week at work, and he had more right than Brady and I, which means congratulations. Somebody other than me got it this week, and Brady keeps saying that he's going to get it.
Don't you worry, boys. This
every
is the
week. Every week
is the one.
This is an insane person right
I've seen
here.
Brady's picks.
I told Mike yesterday, I'm not even going to lose a pick come Sunday.
Okay,
all are going to be 100% correct.
This is an insane person.
This is a very hot take.
This is what an insane person sounds like. If you're in doubt, if you know somebody that you think is crazy and they sound like this man, you need to get them help.
No.
Every week, it's the same shit.
It's foolproof.
Every week, he goes, yeah, this one smells like a winner right here. And every week he loses in embarrassing fashion. To me,
I might have been gas at the time.
To me,
this was a winner this week, man. I'm telling you.
Or Skyler, or Terry,
or Adam.
Even Adam gets one once in a while, right? He doesn't listen to our show, so I mean, because if he did, he'd be winning more. But you know,
wait, I'm gonna go on a run.
And Tyler Hogman learned a lesson, didn't he? Him and Adam both learned a lesson that if you don't listen to our show, you pick the Jets to win, and you should never fucking pick the Jets to win anything.
He was damn close that night, though.
Cowboys.
He was damn close.
Cowboys or Giants?
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Cowboys.
As much as I would love, and it could very well happen, the Giants could very well beat the Cowboys. I think it's the Cowboys for sure.
No, the Giants cannot beat the Cowboys. Listen, the Cowboys have a shitty defense run by a dinosaur.
The Browns beat the Cowboys, bro.
I don't care. The Cowboys' offense is too good, and they don't have a defense, and they don't have a running back, and their quarterback looks like a scared little fifth grader out there. He's a nerd, and I took his lunch money 3 days ago, and you can ask anybody.
Yeah.
He gives it up for free. So, no. Do we need to look at the over-under on this game? I don't think so. 54 under. Smash the under. It's no fucking way.
Yeah,
Dallas
I would say the under.
Go off on it.
No, Dak Prescott's going to be picked off.
Cowboys are 9-point favorites. It's a wonder they're not 19-point favorites because the Giants blow. Colts Browns. Colts head into Cleveland. They are
Here we go.
They are 1-point favorites in this game.
Okay, here is my upset of the week.
That's an upset?
That's not really an upset.
You don't think that's an upset?
No.
Fuck it, I want to play the sound effect anyway.
I got the Browns.
You got the Browns in this one.
Yeah.
I've got the Browns as well.
I'm pretty sure I have the Colts in this one. Let's
go
to the phones.
I'm not gonna pick a. It is an upset if the Colts are favored to win. How's it not?
What do you mean?
The Colts are favored to win. How is it not an upset?
Because they're favored to win by 1 point.
So.
Okay.
As much as you guys talk shit about the Browns, I feel like it's a very keen upset.
Shit about the Browns. Years of disappointment have groomed.
You guys should hear what they say off the show.
I just don't think Baker Mayfield's a very good quarterback. That's all.
Okay, we'll see.
I think Baker Mayfield's a game manager, and everybody knows it.
I mean, granted, your guys' upsets were way bigger than mine. I still think it's an upset.
Yeah. You
and I'm staying true to my picks. I'm not saying I didn't pick a team and pick them and say
Man, we're staying true to our picks and pick them. What are you talking about?
You didn't fucking.
Who did you have in this game, Skyler?
Cleveland.
Okay.
You didn't do that last week or whatever the week before.
1 week. One week, one fucking game.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, I've got the Colts in this one.
I'm sorry if this is my only upset. Like,
I got the Colts in this one. Do not expect the Browns' repeat performance of 307 rushing yards.
Expect it.
The Colts held the Colts held the Bears to 27. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor's a better running back than David Montgomery, but it's just I think they keep them under 100 rushing yards, especially without Nick Chubb being there.
That's my thing.
Which means it's going to be on Baker Mayfield's abilities as a quarterback. I don't expect a repeat. You're not going to get 2 giant Odell Beckham games in a row. It's going to be close, but it's going to be a defensive battle, and I think the Colts come out on top in this one.
See, and I'm almost on the same page with you as that because it's like it's so inconsistent, right? Like it happens and then you don't see it for weeks. But like what I'm hoping is that like they're finally starting to realize, hey, if we actually use these guys the way we are when we're having success with them, let's keep that going. But I can't see it happening either.
No.
All the experts have the Browns winning the game.
Okay, but the experts are fucking fools.
Well, fuck. Okay, I guess it's not an upset, but like
over under 47.5, and I take the under on that.
I'll take the over. I think it's gonna be a shootout.
After I seen how many points they put up last week,
and it could very well be the same. Probably not against this defense, though. The Colts have a very good defense, and that's kind of why I picked the upset.
Vikings, Seahawks at CenturyLink. Seahawks are 7-point favorites in this game. Do I even need to ask?
No, you got to watch out for Kirk Cousins.
You might need to ask Skyler because he's picked teams against the Seahawks. So.
Kirk Cousins is the worst quarterback in primetime.
I know. I'm kidding.
Yeah, actually, that's a real stat too.
So 57 over under on that. The Seahawks are winning. It's no. Their Vikings defense is even worse than it was last year.
I'm gonna go over.
I'm gonna go over, but do not count them out because yes, their defense is atrocious. So is ours.
I'm gonna say over, but I'll make a bold call here. 2 Justin Jefferson touchdowns.
Okay, that's fair. But yeah, Mike, don't be surprised. This is gonna be a tough. I'm actually for the first time scared this year of us losing the game. Only because that Vikings offense is pretty good. Our defense isn't.
Broncos, Patriots, Monday at 2 p.m. in Gillette Stadium. Patriots are 8-point favorites in this game.
With or without Cam Newton, Patriots?
With or without Cam? That's a good question.
I've got New England all the way.
Yeah.
Injury report. Here we go. Did not participate. Limited availability. Adam Butler, Edelman, Jack Mason, Isaiah Wynn. Broncos are going to be without Jeremiah Tauchu, Levante Bellamy, Noah Fant, KJ Hamler. Drew Lock probably not play either.
Yeah, I heard it was like maybe not.
So let me see.
I heard on the way over here that the New England Patriots have tested negative. Now I don't know if that was including Cam.
Right. I think either way
he's fine.
I think either way we all go Patriots, correct?
Yeah. Even with Hoyer, which is
yeah. Don't even. Let me see here. Is Cam gonna play though?
Is Gilmore gonna play?
Probably not. No. Gilmore shouldn't play. Cam probably should.
I guess it could go either way, really.
But again, it's the Broncos.
What's the deal with Newton? He's been asymptomatic for days. There's been no new positive tests, but I can't find any news on what his situation is. Is he cleared to play or not? What were his test results? Wasn't he supposed to have one Wednesday? This is also confusing. I just want to be out on the field so we can go beat Denver. They won't release the results, and they won't activate him since they don't need him at the facility since it's closed and they are virtual right now. There's no need to tip their hand to Denver.
Classified.
I think either way the Patriots win.
I do too.
Yeah, no. That's actually smart, though. That's total Bill Belichick. Over, under, if there is one. Let's see. Because DraftKings didn't even have this one. There is no over, under.
I'm going to take the over.
I'll take the over. It's going to be a good game. Hey, let's go pick the over on this one.
Definitely the under.
Chargers, Saints, Buccos
And before we even make our prediction here, even though I know what you guys are gonna say, Saints are 7.5-point favorites. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for your, since I seem to have 2 of these a week now, upset alert. That's right. In fact, this deserves more than that.
Oh, hot, 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 hot.
Chargers are winning this game, friends.
Who dat?
Fat chance.
Chargers are winning this game. It's gonna be Justin Herbert is getting his first victory over Drew Brees. It's gonna be wonderful.
No. Drew Brees is gonna take the rookie to school.
Matter of fact, he's gonna outplay Drew Brees in this game.
Nope. Michael Thomas is likely to make a return this week, so it's a wrap, dude.
Michael don't give a damn if Michael Thomas is gonna play.
It's a wrap.
Justin Herbert's gonna outplay Brees and he's gonna beat him.
Okay, you got Justin Herbert.
He's gonna outplay him and he's gonna shit on him and he's gonna beat him.
What about like the 13 guys you got out?
He's gonna outplay him. He's gonna shit on him and he's gonna beat him with practice squad guys. With practice squad guys. No. Kevin Bacon wasn't in Footloose. Nope.
Now,
Nope.
if you had a healthy roster there, everybody there, okay, I get it.
Don't fucking lie to me.
No, I'm serious because I really don't even like how the New Orleans looks this year. I really don't.
Why the fuck you lying?
I don't.
Why you
I've already said
always
this to you
lying?
guys.
Oh my God.
But then the
Stop
Chargers and the
fucking
injuries
lying.
and the mistakes, it all adds up to you guys being what's your record?
Oh fuck! I can't believe you've done this.
So anyway, Saints.
Yeah, no. Chargers are gonna ball on them by 30. Sustained, overruled.
No, prove me wrong.
How many more sound effects can I throw in here?
Also, I got Drew Brees going in fantasy, so.
Oh, Drew Brees on fantasy? I'll tell you what that sounds like.
And Michael Thomas.
Oh, okay.
I've got Alvin Kamara going in
So that might have swayed my reasoning.
Alvin Kamara going against our defense? Let me tell you what that sounds like.
I put a whole bag of jelly beans up my ass.
In case you're wondering, I have a quota. I have a sound effect quota. No, the Chargers are going to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's a good game.
Yeah, me too. I mean, we know it's going to be good.
I'd feel really bad if Drew Brees just totally took the life out of you in like the first half. I feel real bad.
Okay.
That one's good.
I know, I'm being like a fucking like a hack radio jock. I have that. Okay. Wait a minute.
One of my favorites.
Chargers win this game.
I really do.
Do we need to look at the over under here? Yeah, we do. Of course we do. And because I'm smashing the over, it's 50.5. Smash it.
Yeah.
Smash it over the fucking. And Chargers are just gonna score 48 points.
Whoa! Back up. This dude just said Chargers are scoring 48 points.
Chargers are gonna score 48 points.
They have to score 50.
Chargers are gonna score 48 points, and the Saints will get a safety.
My bold prediction here.
What?
The Chargers don't score.
Okay, he's got my 48.
Goose egg.
He's got
Lay
0.
a goose egg.
That's not gonna happen.
God.
You're dumb. If you put money on that, you're dumb.
I say the Chargers score twice. No. I say they get
no.
I say they get 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
You know what? 50.5. I take the under. 2
touchdowns.
I take the under. Okay. Chargers are gonna score 48 points, and the Saints will get a safety. No, I take the over. I honestly, realistically, if I'm looking at a Chargers win, it's going to be in the neighborhood of probably 34-31.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
Or
if you guys are gonna win.
34-30. Let's say 34-30 if we win.
Good thing I don't know who the fuck this is. Seahawks suspend radio host Dory Monson.
Over what? Some racist...
Identified indefinitely for transphobic tweet.
Oh, hold on. No.
What's your profanity?
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. So.
Oh, this is what she tweeted. Inslee, we follow science in Washington, the state where I could go to Olympia tomorrow and change my birth certificate to say I was a girl on 10/2/61.
How's that transphobia?
The FitnessGram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test.
Dude, you gave me a fucking heart attack for a second. I thought I got flashbacks.
I don't care if it's hack. I love doing that shit. Bills, Chiefs, 3.5. Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute.
Wait. What did you say? Bills, Chiefs? Bills, Titans.
Oh, that's next Thursday.
Oh, yeah. No.
Well, then fuck it. Let's do it.
No. Bills, Titans next Thursday?
Thursday. Bills, Chiefs, which is actually being moved to... No, it's Thursday right now. No, it's
Tuesday.
Not. 10:15.
Wait.
It's going to be Thursday. Maybe. Hold on.
10:15 is not Thursday.
No, Bills, Titans is Tuesday, dude.
I know. Well, why does it show Bills, Chiefs then?
Chiefs, Bills is Thursday, 10:15.
Did we even bet on Bills, Titans?
No, see, you're right, dude. Bills, Titans is on Tuesday the 13th, and then Bills, Chiefs is on Thursday.
So the Bills have 2 days off.
Yeah, so that is kind of a punishment.
No. If the no. They said if they play Tuesday, then the Bills, Chiefs is going to get moved to Sunday.
It's as of now, it's still Thursday.
That's really ridiculous.
I think that's a good punishment. I think that's a good punishment.
Who's that a punishment for? The Bills?
Yeah.
But that's not fair.
Why are they punishing the Bills? The Bills didn't do nothing wrong.
Oh shit! No. Yeah, I was thinking Titans, Chiefs.
No, hold on. Because I don't. Hold on. Titans, Bills. Wow, I typed like an asshole. Titans, Bills being moved from Sunday to Tuesday. So hold on. And I know it's gonna autoplay video. Yeah, go ahead and pause that shit. So anyway, no, that's enough, bud. That's enough. We don't need to hear from you. 7 p.m. Tuesday, Bills, and I don't have odds for this. The Bills' Week 6 game against the Kansas City Chiefs is being tentatively rescheduled for Sunday.
Okay. So Bills, Titans, we're gonna call that one.
Well, I can tell you, we better get a damn Thursday night game.
That's what I'm saying.
Schedule somebody else.
No, because that's where we get our Tuesday night.
Especially
game.
since basketball is going to be over soon.
When has there ever been a time that the NFL's ever played on Tuesday?
Maybe 01 during 9/11 stuff.
Maybe.
Was that even on a Tuesday?
Okay.
No. I'm saying to get caught up from all that.
Titans, Bills.
But NFL hadn't started yet, had it?
No, I think this might be
11th?
the first time ever.
It would have been like week 1 or 2.
Yeah, it would have been.
So it could have happened.
Actually, you know what? Why don't we consult the fucking Wikipedia?
Yeah, because I'm really curious. Like, this could be like history right here, boys.
This was the year that Tom Brady won. So,
First year you won, wasn't it?
Yeah, the very first. It started in the wake of the September 11th attacks. NFL's Week 2 games, 16 and 17 September, were postponed and rescheduled to the weekend of January 6th and January 7th. So it started September 9th, and they got through Week 1, and then they had to postpone Week 2. So the season was an extra week long.
So this is the first Tuesday night game ever?
No, I don't think so. There's no way.
What do you mean there's no way?
Last time football.
Why else? There's never been anything like this.
Played on Tuesday.
Hey, I got a little NBA fun fact.
What's that?
You know, no NBA player has ever worn the number 69.
NBA?
Yeah, I believe
Ever.
that. I believe that.
That's how?
Because that's not a common number at all.
Heard it on the radio the other day.
Yeah, but how has there not been one meme, like one total memer to be like, hey, check it out.
They probably don't allow
Dennis,
it.
Dennis
69.
Rodman.
They probably don't allow it.
When Dennis Rodman went to Dallas, he tried to get 69 and was told no.
I told you, they probably don't allow it.
Yeah, because they know people only want it because it's suggestive.
Well, you got little kids wearing the jerseys.
Yeah.
That's all you need is a little kid running around in a 69 jersey.
But it's like, who cares?
Oh, yeah.
At the same time, it's like, who cares?
Whenever I think 69, all I think for sports. For sports.
Anything.
Only
I give
sports.
I give a little chuckle.
The only whenever I think about that number, All I think of is the movie Goon.
Yep.
You know, the hockey
Yep.
movie, Doug Glatt, number 69. I just love the beginning of that.
That
where
movie's so
the hockey player, he like calls him, he's like, what are you doing, you homo? And he's just like, hey, my brother's gay.
Yeah.
And he just punches the shit out of him. Last time NFL was played on a Tuesday. Citing public safety concerns related to the forecasted winter storm that ultimately dumped more than a foot of snow on much of the Philadelphia area, the National Football League postponed Sunday night's Eagles-Vikings game to tonight. According to tonight, as in 2010.
Damn. Oh, that wasn't even that long ago.
I was all psyched. That was when the Minneapolis Superdome roof caved in too.
I actually do remember that, so I don't know.
It was the first NFL game played on a Tuesday since. So before that, it was 1946. The Boston Yanks and the New York. That's not a good name for them.
Boston Yanks.
Boston Yanks. And the New York Giants.
What?
And they thought Redskins was bad.
Well, no, but think about it, like baseball, like
Red
Boston.
Sox Yankees is a big rivalry, and you named your football team the Yanks.
Yeah. The Boston Yanks.
Boston Yanks, yeah.
You know what's funny is before the Redskins were in Washington.
The Redskins.
You know that they were you know that before they were in Washington, they were the Boston Redskins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
What about
Boston Yanks, huh?
Well, wait a minute.
The fuck?
Let me look up the history of that real quick. And I type like an asshole. I type too fast. I'm too good. I type way too good. So here we go. They were known as the Boston Braves in 1932. Then they became the Redskins.
The Braves
sometime
weren't
later.
offensive enough.
Yeah. You know what's funny is they probably had like an Indian guy that like worked there, and they were probably like, "Hey, Redskin, hey, get to work." And then
Red.
And then like another billionaire was like talking to the team owner. He's like, "Hey, I got a $500,000 that says you won't name your team that." And then he's just like,
"Bet no."
$500,000's a lot of money. This is 1933. So
how could I say no?
That's gonna be like $1 million in 2020 standards.
Sounds like a good investment.
Sounds like a good investment, Charlie. I'll take you up on that. And all of a sudden, I sound like JFK for no discernible reason. Okay, boys, what are your picks for Bills Titans with no over under?
I got Bills, dude. I got Bills. I believe in Josh Allen. He's got Diggs. He's got Derrick Henry. I like the team better, but than the Bills' defense.
Yeah, I
agree.
agree.
It's pretty solid. But why did I just say fucking?
You're a mess.
Okay,
I don't blame you.
Josh Allen.
You have a Buffalo logo for a head.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Sorry. Derrick Henry is going to be. I don't think he's gonna run for.
Brady, are you okay?
I say he'll get. They'll stop him for probably less than 70 yards, and I think he'll probably get maybe a touchdown, maybe two, but I think the Bills with Josh Allen and the weapons that he has, they're gonna. What are you doing?
I don't know, dude.
Oh, okay.
It just looked like you had a bill shit on your face. So.
Sorry, I got the players mixed up on teams. No, I think the Bills are definitely going to take it. Their defense is pretty stout.
I'm glad you're okay. I thought you were having a stroke.
No, Josh Allen, he's in the running for MVP in my opinion.
Today's episode has been brought to you by the Buffalo Bills. It's been brought to you by the letter B for Buffalo Bills.
But yeah, dude, I think I don't know if Tannehill and Henry can pull it off against the Bills.
Yeah,
I think it'll be a close game, but
I think they'll have the guilt of being the for hosting a COVID related barbecue. That's not what happened, but I like to think that's what happened, and they should be living with that for a minute. So, yeah. Buffalo's cool, by the way. And Josh Allen, you fucking rule, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really impressed by him. It's like, remember watching him last season compared to this season? It's like a totally different quarterback.
He's better, and it's like
way better.
Buffalo was the team that was winning me, was getting me some picks over other people last year in the pick'em because
same.
Everybody was used to them sucking ass.
Exactly. It was like a joke, the Bills Mafia thing. It was like a meme.
But they're a good little team, and they have one of the best fan bases in sports.
They do. Bills Mafia.
Throwing people through plastic tables and just jumping through plastic tables.
They have the big old tailgate parties. At least you used to be able to do that.
Like, I honestly want to go to a Bills Mafia tailgate party before I want to go to a Chargers tailgate party. That's how legendary their fan base is.
Oh yeah, it looks pretty. It looks pretty fun. Looks like a good time. But yeah, and
did you guys hear the newest thing from Madden?
I don't care about Madden.
Listen to this.
Talk about the NBA players in there.
They added Giannis Antetokounmpo.
They added more NBA players in there too.
Well, they added his two brothers as well.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. That's how dumb that game is.
I guess I don't know. I guess they had Brock Lesnar in there in Madden 06 when he tried out for the Vikings.
But he actually played football.
Well, no, he almost played football. He played a preseason game of football and destroyed Damon Ewert.
He still was correlated with football somehow.
Yeah, he was.
Giannis's big ass would get broken in half out there.
What about LeBron?
LeBron's a little bitch. He wouldn't make it in football.
You know, he used to play football.
No, he would have been a good tight end.
He would have been probably better.
But he
would
have cried and whined.
Nah,
like they all do anyway.
No, worse. Guy's a crybaby bitch.
Yeah,
That's why he went with the pussy sport. Didn't want to get hit every day.
I wouldn't call it a pussy sport. But...
What's your profanity?
No, the thing is, it's I guess the only time. See, I've never seen like an actual simulation sports game do that. It's like NBA Jam when they put Randall Cunningham in the game. Like, actually, they did that. Ken Griffey Jr. So here's the funny thing about when NBA Jam came out, it was so popular that various sports athletes were like, "Hey, I want to be in the game."
Yeah.
And they would get their own custom-made arcade cabinets that had them in the game. So, like, Gary Payton was not in the first NBA Jam. He was in Tournament Edition, not in the first NBA Jam. Got a custom Super NES cart with him in the game over, like, Detlef Schrempf or something.
Oh, no shit.
And then, because in the first NBA Jam, there was just 2 players per team, whereas in Tournament Edition, you had your choice of, like, I want to say, like, 5 players that you could kind of with different stats that you could swap in and out if you wanted to create, like, maybe for instance, I like to play the Magic in that game, so if I wanted to just a team of sharpshooters, I would go Penny Hardaway, Nick Anderson, because one's got a 9 on threes, the other one has an 8, and I just throw threes on them. Yeah, it's like make my own Splash Bros in that game. But Gary Payton's like, man, I want to be an NBA Jam. And they're like, okay, here you go. And like Ken Griffey Jr., same thing. Man, fuck, I don't even play basketball, but I want to be an NBA Jam. And they like made him an arcade cabinet with like him in it.
Okay, so I kind of get, I get like where Madden's going with that then, I guess. But still kind of weird.
The Beastie Boys, they were in NBA Jam too.
Still kind of a weird.
But that's arcade sports. That's not
fucking
simulation. They weren't being put in NBA Live or anything like that.
2K or
no.
Yeah.
Very silly. But they've been doing weird shit like this too. That like their whole
well, how else are they gonna draw people in to play that game anymore?
Their fucking stupid ass new game mode with their cartoony bullshit. They're like, hey, you can play as Migos. It's like, who fucking cares? Why don't you fix the franchise mode that's been dog shit since 2013?
Travis Scott, and you can redeem a free coupon for a Travis Scott
meal.
Burger.
Can we talk about how that is the funniest like cross branding I've ever seen?
Like, what the hell?
That is, it's like I would expect that out of Taco Bell, bud. Like, it's cool. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. I like Travis Scott.
Travis Scott's going everywhere. He's going Fortnite, doing concerts.
Dude, he does big concerts in the middle of Fortnite.
I know. That's what I've heard.
He's a cool guy. I don't like that he's kind of taken the whole Cactus Jack thing, because I only think Mick Foley when I think Cactus Jack, and then he's calling himself Cactus Jack. And as a wrestling fan, it rustles my jimmies. But
maybe he's a low-key wrestling fan, dude.
I want the proof.
I don't know. Maybe that's where he got it from.
I want the proof.
Because what was it? He did a tape
speaking
with...
of wrestling, Mike, you got a big draft tonight.
Oh boy, the fucking fixed draft. Oh shit. SmackDown and Raw are having a draft, boys.
I mean, it's all over the TV.
I wonder who's going to be picked.
Yeah, the first round pick. It's not going to be who it should be. Literally, I remember. Okay, here's how fucking stupid the WWE draft is. I like the idea of having separate rosters. You have so many people on your show. You got to give everybody TV time. Here's how fucking stupid the roster is because they're trying to like make statements and this and that about, oh, we went with this person. 2016, they were like, all right, SmackDown's first overall pick is Charlotte Flair. And it's like, okay, but you know Brock Lesnar is still there, right? You know the WWE champion Dean Ambrose was still available. It's like
what
no,
what
we're
Charles
taking
Barkley say?
We're taking
Allen Iverson.
Yeah, Allen Iverson. It's like it's not realistic. It's very dumb. Like 2002, they did it okay. You know, The Rock first overall pick, and then The Rock comes out and cuts a promo on Vince. That's funny, but like. It's going to be really lame. And I don't think there's going to be very much changes either. It's probably just going to be a creative way to get AJ Styles off the same show as Paul Heyman. Yeah, I don't know. I hit a point with Raw specifically, where I became so disgusted with the show. I told you about that, right?
Yeah.
They have this faction called Retribution. They're like Antifa. And they're like,
this was the one you and Tyler were talking
this
about.
This is the most dumb thing. They're like, we're here to destroy WWE. And they like come out looking like burglars with like, they're like wearing my shirt and like the ski
like Marvin Harry from Home Alone.
Literally ski masks and shit. And they're like taking a chainsaw out of the ring ropes and stuff like that. And it's like, cool, except we know that this is bullshit and you're timing this up really bad because we got riots going on in most of the country, and then here's these guys dressed in all black fucking destroying power boxes and taking chainsaws.
Yeah, you guys look like total dicks.
Right. And then they're like, we're gonna keep breaking you guys down, yada yada yada. And then they come out one week and they're wearing like 5 of them are wearing Mad Max style masks. So now I know who they are, and they're people that I followed in NXT. Dominic Dijakovic, who we watched wrestle Keith Lee, he had the big 6'8" monstro. Yeah, he's in there, except his new name is T-Bar. And then
new names.
Dio Madden, former offensive tackle for the Texans. Brendan Williams, his new name is Mace. Shane Thorne, his new name is Slapjack.
Slapjack.
May as well have been called Slap Nuts.
Just slap dick.
Slap ass.
slap dick. You seen that, Key and Peele?
And then the fucking the 2 chicks, Mia Yim and Mercedes Martinez, I think they got new names, but I don't care. And then they're like,
thing 1, thing 2.
Yeah, we got signed to contracts now, so now we can do whatever we want. And it's like, you were already doing whatever you want. What happened to you taking chainsaws to the ring? You guys are stupid.
Suck.
And then they like were the top faction feuding with them is the Hurt Business, which is like all your African American talent just put into one faction because they literally can't do anything else with their African American guys. It's like, okay, let's put Bobby Lashley, MVP, Cedric Alexander, and Shelton Benjamin together, and they'll wear suits. They'll wear suits, and they'll talk mad shit, and they'll beat everybody up because they're heels. Except when the Antifa heels come out, and then all of a sudden they're back in their company. And it's like the show makes no sense. It's a whole bunch of bullshit, and then. And then all of a sudden now, and I said, you know what? I'm not even going to bother. I'm not even going to fucking pay attention to Raw anymore. I'm just going to watch SmackDown because the whole Roman Reigns Jey Uso feud is actually really, really good from a story perspective. And Reigns is being such a great heel. And then fucking one of my favorite wrestlers, Mustafa Ali, gets put back on TV for the first time in like 6 months. And he's the leader of Retribution. And I'm like... what the fuck? What the fuck? Because on the one hand, I'm like, oh, man, god damn it. Like, you're saddling him with this. But then on the other hand, I'm like, I like this guy, and now he's going to be on TV more, and he's probably going to be positioned as a top guy, and he deserves it because he's really talented, and I fucking love this dude. It's love-hate
Sounds
with
like
me.
a mess.
For me in WWE, it's such love-hate, and I get to points where I don't want to give this company any more of my money, and then I'm like, they put me in weird positions. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Don't watch wrestling.
I haven't in years.
Sorry. Don't watch WWE. Don't do it. It's like fucking quicksand, and I've been in the quicksand since fucking 2005. Just don't do it.
That's about when it was good.
It was good before I started watching. I came in right after their boom period. I think that's about it. I came in right around the time this happened.
And his name is John Cena!
I hadn't used that one yet. Okay, I think that's about it for the show. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think we covered it all. I don't think there's anything we really
wait a minute.
Let's
see what Skip Bayless has to say, and then we'll call it a day, huh?
Curious.
And I'm not gonna read a tweet that's him pimping out his show that everybody listens to anyway. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now on Undisputed, now on Undisputed, now on Undisputed. See, this is how we weed through this shit. This is where Brady misses Belichick. Arians coaches loosey-goosey, and his teams sometimes reflect that. Too many penalties, blunders, then somehow in the end, Brady and coaching staff lost track of the downs.
I mean, I can't
He's
disagree
not wrong.
with him.
Yeah. I predicted 23 $20. I was wrong. Is he actually admitting he was wrong?
Actually on point there, too, and he was wrong.
Wow, damn, Skip. As I always call fools on Undisputed, he's the magic man. All caps. That is terrible. Come on, Todd Bowles. Can you just blitz just one key time? You just lost the game. Bucks are going to have to force a turnover. Only way. Arians should have let Brady go for it on 4th and 1.
Yes, and this is what I told you that I told
Foles
you this.
is going to do it to Brady again. Come on, you can't just hand it off up the gut against this defense. Just dumb. Get creative. Skip's right
He's actually on the money with this, so I can't even.
Wow, Skip's right.
I can't say anything bad about the man right now.
Did Mike just lose that deep throw? Did Mike Evans lose that deep throw in the lights? Had a step, looked catchable, turned one way, then the other. Never appeared to locate the ball in the air. Holding called in the Bucks anyway.
Yeah, that one.
I'm sure LeBron's watching a real GOAT right now. This is where he was wrong. Tampa Bay. So fun quick fact on LeBron. In fourth quarters of the Lakers' last 3 playoff series, Rockets, Nuggets, Heat, he's 2 for 23 from 3. Yes, 2 for 23. I mean, he is pointing out facts here.
Yeah.
Todd Bowles' defense is starting to look like Belichick's versus Foles in the Super Bowl nightmare. Just picking him to pieces. Put in Trubisky.
That's where you're wrong.
Brady's favorite target through the first 4 games was little Scotty Miller, who didn't practice this week. No targets yet tonight. Guess he's ailing. Yeah, fuck, man. I forgot I started him in the Right Line League. I'm gonna go 0-5.
But I mean, rightfully, like I probably would have started him too if I had him.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Depending on the receivers that I had.
Skip Bayless.
I mean, you're on point this time, man.
You were right.
You can stay up a little past bedtime.
Yeah. But in bed by 8:30.
Yeah, by 8:30, old man.
Yeah, you get a half hour of TV time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was a little anticlimactic, but it's
goddamn
right. Kid, they can't all be winners. All right. I think that about does her. Huh?
Let's Wayhoon Wild Wings added
Wuhan
Young Ho Koo.
That's a kicker.
Good night, everybody. Stay safe. Enjoy some football and kick it right here with me, probably Monday morning.
And don't forget watch LeBron get his 6th ring. No, fourth ring.
Fourth, right?
Nobody cares.
Haters.
Check it later, guys.